All right, it's video time. So this is on, this everything's fine here. I had to make those holes square, which was annoying, but they're square and they're in. Make that one square for the captured nut, that one, and oops, problem. This one looks like I should be able to just make it square, and I actually can with a file, and I have almost, and it's close enough, but the problem is you actually can't get to the back of that. There's a brace welded in here somewhere, and I can't put my finger there. So I have to come up with a new solution for that before I can mount the door panels on both sides. So that stinks. Also, I still haven't figured out the right hardware for the horn button. So it doesn't work. It does if I bridge that, just short it out there. I bought another kit from Summit. So this is what I had from long ago, and that wasn't right. So I bought a kit from Summit, and that's this the one, and that's not right either. So you can see this is the button I'm going to use. I think it's for 68. I ordered it for a 68. That's supposed to not do that. So I'm missing some stuff. I gotta call Summit and figure out what's going on. That's not great. And the shifter is super annoying. So I think I got it adjusted as well as I can, and I don't have a knob. Let me get a knob. It's over here. I was measuring it. It's a 7/16. I have to replace it. It's cracked there, and there. I'll probably replace it with just a simple white, but I could be convinced to do something else more fun. Anyway, let me put that back on so I can do what I'm supposed to be doing here. Okay, so first gear, second gear, third gear, fourth gear. It's okay, but what I wanted to do is see if I move to this gate and move it, you can see the whole shifter moves with it pretty far. That's actually before it moves in reverse. So that's reverse. Okay, and if I go the other way, obviously you don't need to, but that much flex before I get it into reverse. So there's a bracket that holds this to the transmission. It's made of sheet metal. I think that's my #1 flex point. And it's got some ribs on it, but I think I'm going to take it off and weld some stiffening bars on it and then put it back in again. I think the #2 flex is this bayonet deal. It's not a regular shifter. So if I move, it's not much though. Honestly, it's not. So there's a clip in here, and then there's a rubber isolator. The rubber is actually pretty thin, and it's brand new, so I kind of don't know if it's actually going to change anything. But that's the second piece of adjustment that I might do, in which case I would make it like a Competition Plus as best I could, and that is to say I would drill out 2 holes that away in the shift rod, and then I would drill holes in the carrier and eliminate those, and then put in a straight shim so that it was sandwiched. But the thing is, this is a real tube. Competition Plus, this is a window, and so you just tighten it and pulls the shifter in, which is fine, but I don't love it. I think that's going to make it weaker to try to make it stronger. So I'm going to see first what the shifter. It's not actually that bad anymore. It used to be so much worse. I had a kid out here with me, and it was much better now, but anyway, not great, but it's better. But I most of my flex is in the bracket, so I may do that first before I do anything else. Of course, it's the one that requires welding, but that's fine. I'll just take the bracket out. I can probably leave the shifter just hanging. I also bought these guys. Pit pack. So it's these, it says steel, but these have got to be powdered metal, which could still be steel, but some sort of a powdered metal lubricated bushing. That's fine. And it came with some other stuff, other doodads. See? But they don't fit, obviously, in the shifter lever. So I'd have to drill out the shifter levers to insert these. And I just don't see that being much better than what I got now. It might be a little. I just don't know. So there's that. And then I got, I think I showed everybody these. So I've taken the fashion off of these, got them down with a DA to have that cool scratchy look, and I'll probably put that same gray paint that's on the bumper. I also took these off. These were floppy and sad. This was inside of that in both cases. So I'm gonna put a stud through there, and then some epoxy fillet in there, and then probably more of these wave washers like that one. Not this one, because I only have one left. Put a wave washer in there, that way I can tighten it and it'll actually be a bearing. I'll put a bearing in there, in here, and then tighten it nice. Plenty of material, so that should be fun. I like that way that works. And because I'm even crazier than you might have guessed, when I first started playing with how floppy and sad these are, oh, look at that, I've bled on the truck. I noticed that when you turn the crank, how does it work? Here. So from the top down, it was like that, and it irritated me. So I shimmed these two to bring it back that way. I didn't do it on the other side yet, but I also took that face down, both here and there, to get these into the door panel more. Door panels here. Now, these big holes where these sit, I bought new ones because I thought it would be really trick and fun and they look neat. They are these extremely sad looking injection molded plastic bits. They look even worse on the truck, I promise. So I'm not sure what I'll do there. Maybe just a disc of Delrin or something that's got a curve to it and bolted on or something. But this certainly isn't going back on the truck because this is just garbage. And I don't understand how they pass that off. All right, so, I mean, a lot of it's done, right? It's got 3 pedals, well, and an emergency brake. The steering works, the, cranks. I've got the lighter thing in there and the ignition switch, and the heater controls are back working, and everything's done. The glove box is shutting and everything works great, and windows go up and down. I even had to modify, maybe not modify, but fix the door lock things because they were, for some reason they came and they weren't tapped. So I had to put some more material in there and thread that. But yeah, so there's door panels, shifter, wheels and tires, gauges, radiator, which is very easy, and then, vroom vroom.